Today, I have brought to you an author's note from the book By the River Pedra, I Sat Down and Wept by Paulo Coelho. It is a simple guide towards what we call a spiritual love. So here it goes. A Spanish missionary was visiting an island when he came across 3 Aztec priests. "How do you pray?" the missionary asked. "We have only one prayer," answered one of the Aztecs. "We say, 'God, you are 3, we are 3. Have pity on us.'" "A beautiful prayer," said the missionary. "But it is not exactly the one that God heeds. I am going to teach you one that's much better." The Padri taught them a Catholic prayer and then continued on his path of evangelism. Years later, when he was returning to Spain, his ship stopped again at the island. From the deck, the missionary saw the 3 priests on the shore and waved to them. Just then, the 3 men began to walk across the water toward him. "Padre, Padre," one of them called, approaching the ship. "Teach us again that prayer that God heeds. We have forgotten how it goes." "It doesn't matter," responded the missionary, witnessing the miracle. And he promptly asked God's forgiveness for failing to recognize that He speaks all languages. Rarely do we realize that we are in the midst of the extraordinary. Miracles occur all around us. Signs from God show us the way. Angels plead to be heard, but we pay little attention to them because we have been taught that we must follow certain formulas and rules if we want to find God. We do not recognize that God is wherever we allow Him or her to enter. Traditional religious practices are important. They allow us to share with others the communal experience of adoration and prayer. But we must never forget that spiritual experience is above all a practical experience of love. And with love, there are no rules. Some may try to control their emotions and develop strategies for their behavior. Others may turn to reading books of advice from experts on relationships. But this is all folly. The heart decides, and what it decides is all that really matters. All of us have had this experience. At some point, we have each said through our tears, "I'm suffering for a love that's not worth it." We suffer because we feel we are giving more than we receive. We suffer because our love is going unrecognized. We suffer because we are unable to impose our own rules. But ultimately, there is no good reason for our suffering. For in every love lies the seed of our growth. The more we love, the closer we come to spiritual experience. Those who are truly enlightened, those whose souls are illuminated by love, have been able to overcome all of the inhibitions and preconceptions of their era. They have been able to sing, to laugh, and to pray out loud. They have danced and shared what St. Paul called the madness of saintliness. They have been joyful because those who love conquer the world and have no fear of loss. True love is an act of total surrender. Thomas Merton once said that the spiritual life is essentially to love. One doesn't love in order to do what is good or to help or to protect someone. If we act that way, we are perceiving the other as a simple object, and we are seeing ourselves as wise and generous persons. This has nothing to do with love. To love is to be in communion with the other and to discover in that other the spark of God.